day. Tamers. I want to talk about a little issue we're having here, and I think this is where Bandai needs to start turning their TP packs into OTS packs. Now, I'm going to be real, there's been a lot of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Style talking in the last couple of days about what's going on in the card game for Digimon, and I think it's just easy for a lot of people to sort of like recognise different terminologies. And TP packs have basically been like, we'll reprint a nice artwork of a card that's either doing well in the meta or hasn't had some love for a while, and we just want to reprint it for the sake of giving it a reprint. And I think sometimes that's okay. Sometimes if you don't need to do anything, it's just, have a bit of fun. But unfortunately, we're getting to the point now where quite a few cards are disappearing from the game. Now, promos, it makes sense. There's only so many promos, especially if you're only getting one per box, so you're getting like 2 per case. You estimate there's probably like 2,000 cases, which means, you're only getting 4,000 promos, and then there's, let's say, 20,000 people playing currently in the region. That's the issue you have. So you get like a buyer's demand. Less supply, more demand. Now, I don't even know if this is a good deck, personally speaking, because I've not really looked into it. I know people like it because it's a fun deck, but this card doesn't basically exist anymore. I mean, when I was at finals, we had King Kai there. They were fantastic. They were a really good distributor, seller, buyer, trader, whatever you call it, vendor. Vendor's the word. And I grabbed my friend a playset of these for like £6 or €6, so like $5.20 at the time. So yeah, I was like, yeah, great. I'll grab a playset for him because he's after him. I've got no interest in these. Don't worry about it. Now I always say, listen to me carefully now. I always say, buy yourself a playset of everything in case something happens to the market. Something happened to the market. So, yeah, basically, if you don't know what's going on here, if you're super new to the game, but you get really into Digimon, welcome. RB1 had like a really weird thing where, for us, they personally wanted to just give us the Ghost Game stuff because they thought no one really needs the reprints. Reprints are very cheap that they were going to offer us right now. There wasn't really many things that needed to be reprinted that was like low quality. There's a few things obviously that come out now. For instance, if you look at the Lucimon from RB1, it was going for like £30 at one point. I have no idea why, because the original was going for like £5. But for some reason, this rare bear over here is going, gone. Now I've checked eBay, I've checked sellers, and there's no one in the UK who's a normal vendor, who's an actual shop that's selling these currently. They're all sold out. The cheapest on eBay is an American seller selling for $19.99 and £15.47 shipping. To buy one of these, you're paying £35 from America to buy one of these. So if you wanted to go out there and just, buy yourself a playset of these, if you wanted to get the cheapest playset around, you're looking at £60 for a playset of this card. I don't think that card's even that good. What to do? Unplayable. Placing one Digimon card with new one in its name from the trash. In this Digimon's pop illusion cards, it gains 2 memory, so essentially costs you 5, which you've seen with the Where Monzimon, I believe, back in the day. Unplayable when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP and gains critical minus 1 for the turn. It's an okay thing. Maybe you pop a Digimon with. Maybe you just pop like a level 3 or something that's on the field, and you go like, alright, sod you, good luck. But then, Monzimon, new money name, Screwtech +1. Is this good in the future? We get like the big Numemon deck in the future, maybe. But I think it's just more a supply and demand thing. So yeah, RB1 had this weird thing where Ghost Game was meant to be, it's like a 30-something card set or a 50 card set. And then we have the reprints. Bandai of the English side went, you know what, we don't think you guys need the reprints. We're just going to give you the Ghost Game stuff. And I was like, fantastic, this is brilliant. I don't mind this, but as personally, you know my rules, I buy a bit of everything. Because all I need is Ghost Game stuff. And there was some backlash. No, we need reprints, we need this, that, and the other. And I'll be honest, the American market is so weird. Like, there are like commons out there that are like 70 cents or like $1 because There's more people in America. There's more people playing in America. They have to supply to Canada. They have to supply to South America. So there is a lot of demand for cards that you necessarily wouldn't think there is over here, which, you know, is what it is. So, but anyway, you know what? We're listening. It's like the only time they've ever listened to us, I feel like. You know what? Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do what we did in Japan. We'll give you guys the reprint set and we'll give you the Ghost Game set. So you're going to have it the same way. Okay, okay. Makes sense. Sounds cool. All right, got you. Sharing slots of SRs, of the secret, of the rares. Oh my god. Absolute nightmare fuel. So yeah, you could pull like one of these from a booster box. You could pull one of the SR. I think you could pull, it was like 2 or 3 SRs from Ghost Game. And then you could pull the secrets, but you had a higher chance of pulling the alt art secrets because it's the only alt art secret in the set. I think they should have done a reprint set and gone like, here's like a cheap reprint set. Every pack is like $3, £3. It's all old cards. There's nothing good in there. They're all in foil, whatever. And then here's the Ghost Game set for those of you who just want to play the Ghost Game stuff. And I think we wouldn't have these issues because even like the other Ghost Game cards are cheaper than this, like beyond cheaper than this. It's ridiculous. Which made me think. Besides looking at BT11, because that set is just on fire in its own world, I thought we'll go through the other cards. We'll go see what's going on. We'll go see like how they're doing because supply and demand is obviously very high for for demand. Supply not so much. So I thought, hey, how's our youth doing today? Yeah, he's a very expensive boy. So obviously he's very good in purple right now. He's good in Davers. He's probably going to be good in some other things too in the future. And then you just sort of see him going higher and higher. Now, at one point I had like 2 or 3 sets of this. I only have 1 set now. I have no idea what happened to the other ones, but they've gone forever. But unfortunately speaking, I will not be able to buy any more because I do not want to spend like 15 to 20 quid on a playset of this. But Shark Games for Braindead here got 24, so that's 6 sets. And then you start pushing up then to 3, to 4, and then you go down to 5 and 6. And then, yeah, you just keep going and going and going. So they are available out there. You can get them still, but maybe if you find some cheap collector stuff out there, because I know you can get like the 4 packs for like €10, like 10 quid on sales. Probably worth cracking that if you're going to do something like that. I know there's not much else of value in this set, but yeah, he's an expensive boy. Cool Boy can't do the same thing now. There's not many Cool Boy decks currently in the meta. You can run him in the new Rosemond deck. You can run them in Levere if you want to. You don't have to. You can definitely run them in the new Garurumon deck. So there are a few decks that still want Cool Boy, but at the same time, it's, you know, you're looking at like for a rare, you're looking at like 4 quid for a rare. You know, fairly expensive in my opinion. I think rare should be around like the 1 to 2 pound at most. X-Antibody, the card that doesn't stop giving. Again, these are also seeing that situation of, hey, it's a good card. Not necessarily in this situation where there's not many available. There's nearly 300 available on the market, but it's a good card. Even with the reprints we've had, you know, it's still quite expensive. I think this is still like a £4 card. The pre-release is like a £3 card. These are going up to 2 now. Then they'll be pushed to 3. It's TCG what's going on here? It's getting crazy. DefXmon has gone back down to sort of where its pre-release sale price was, which was quite cheap back in the day. But then instantly, so I have no idea what's going on here. I don't know if these people are Irish and they don't want to sell to the UK, or if that's what's going on. But I've never ever seen a UK seller not sell to the UK before. It is what it is. But yeah, price of these are starting to push up. We've seen like a lot more control decks want to be playing this now. You want to play this in Luger, I've seen people playing this in D Brigade. You know, there's a good like 4 or 5 decks currently that are very good in the meta that are playing this card because it's a very good situational deck card for the decks. Room mode, yeah, 14 available on the market. Cheapest if you're in the UK is £72 for the basic artwork. Now, if you want to have the pretty alternate artwork, which I do agree is very pretty, you're looking at a minimum of £85. Now, I don't know if they were slightly short printed or if they did the standard thing where it's only like 1 security per every like 4 boxes. I've opened 7 boxes of this, I think, and I think I've pulled 2. Or I pulled 3, rather. It feels really weird, because I opened 3 boxes of EX3, and I pulled 4 secrets. So I do feel like this set had like a lot more of like a dampening of the secrets. I don't think I pulled any of the alt arts. I think I only pulled the normal arts of this. But yeah, people want it. People need it for decks that are coming out and currently going around. Good for control. Good for like backup plans. And at the same time, you know, it's hard to get a hold of, and people are selling it for the price that they think it's worth. And at the same time, it could be worth £72 because you can't get hold of it anywhere. X-Antibody prototype form. A few decks are using this now, so the other X-Antibody, obviously it's a super rare, which means it has a price tag, and unfortunately that price tag is double the price that you probably want to pay for it. I heard people were paying like £3, £4 for these when they first came out because they thought they wouldn't be very good. And now you've seen them going up to 15, 16, 17, 20 very quickly. Not many on the market, that's the other thing. There is 81 on the market, but they are all this end of the market, unfortunately, over the £20 mark. And if you're going to be paying that price, why don't you just pay an extra couple of quid to get the alt out, right? So this set is also having to be held up by these prices. That's one of the unfortunate things. So it is a case of if you were to go buy yourself a Animal Coliseum, you might make some money on this set, to be fair. As again, also holding the price up with this set, £16 for the basic, and then going up into 17 to 18. We haven't seen this card do much currently in the meta, but now that the X-Antibody forms are out and about with BT15 here, then we should start seeing things happening very soon. Unfortunately speaking, though, again, we haven't seen much happening here. And then anyone who likes a mill deck right now, especially that we've seen the new Mildramon stuff, we'll have a video about Crimson Mode doing stuff in a minute, because goddamn, that card's sexy. Royals Barrage, yeah, it's like the only card really worth any value from the structure deck right now, sitting at around about the £5. If you let's say we posted, let's say £6.50 mark per card. If you can get someone who wants to use some good trades on these, go for it. If not, try and get yourself some cheap ones while you can. Again, the issue is you're getting 2 of these per deck rather than 4, which means that there has to be a price tag somewhere for cracking the decks open. Some of those alt arts are good, for instance, like the X-Antibody that's going for £4 or £5 currently. So per deck, you are getting about £15 of value minimum, and then whatever else you can sort of sell off on the side. But they are £25 decks, so cracking one essentially is a loss. But if you did crack one of these and you have no interest in BT11 because they took it from us too soon, well, get yourself a little bit of money on the side. Royals Barrage from the promo pack, though, on the other hand, is also a little bit high as well, looking probably about the £8, £8.50 mark once you sell it with shipping. Again, beautiful card, and unfortunately, kicking us all in the booty, because no one thought to buy these up when they were like £2, £3 each, right? But, you know, some of us forget. That's it for today, guys. Just sort of the things you don't really look on the marketplace and thinking like, what's really selling? What is like just disappearing? And essentially, in the case of good old Monzimon here, there just wasn't enough of him in the first place, and it stuck. And as I said at the beginning of the video, maybe not TP12, because obviously we know TP12 already has the cards, we're not going to get anything from there. TP13, on the other hand, could really do with reprinting Monzimon. Could really reprinting some of the other rares that are just really hard to get hold of. I don't think they should ever reprint a SR unless they want to reprint it as like the winners pack stuff. And even then, I'm kind of dubious about suggesting that. But rares and under could definitely get done in a TP pack, just because this is daft. Like, no offense to people who are buying this or selling this now, get the bag. But I'd hate to see this be like this price for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and people being like, well, I can't play that deck because I don't want to spend £80 on a card that I kind of need to make my deck slightly better, but not necessarily the best card in the deck, or I'd rather spend that £80 on a totally different deck. And that's the issue, I think, that's the issue with card games, but especially in card games where this shouldn't really be happening to a rare. You know, there should be a couple of hundred of these on the marketplace, really, at like £2, £3 each. But that's the Gito's little rant, I suppose, over with. And we'll see you guys soon with my bandana, apparently. And yeah, mwah! Peace out, guys. And have a great evening. Goodbye.